If you live in the UK, I want you to do one thing, and that's look around. The UK was once the world's richest empire, and now it's starting to feel like a third world country. Prices rise every year, wages stagnate, public services collapse, roads, schools, and hospitals continue to crumble. Politicians tell you the economy is growing, but your wallet, your lifestyle, your future is all shrinking. This isn't decline by accident. This is what happens when a system eats itself alive. Now, inflation is the most visible sign. Every pound buys less than it did last year. Your weekly shop feels heavier on your wallet, but lighter in your hands. Energy bills, rent, fuel, all relentlessly rising. Economists cheer when inflation falls. But here's the trick. Falling inflation doesn't mean prices drop. It just means they're rising slower. Your purchasing power never recovers. Over time, inflation quietly steals your savings, your stability, your future. And while your money melts away, the owning class, landlords, corporations, investors, they keep collecting. And for generations, rising productivity meant rising living standards. But in the UK, productivity growth has flatlined. Industries hollowed out, manufacturing shipped abroad, and investment stalled. Without productivity gains, there's nothing to fuel real wage growth. Yet the system keeps pushing workers harder for the same or even less. And the result is Britain isn't moving forward, it's running in place, while other nations sprint ahead. Now, ask your parents or your grandparents. A single job once paid for a house, a car, holidays, and a family. Today, two incomes barely cover rent and food. Wages haven't kept up with inflation for decades. Every pay rise is clawed back instantly through higher costs. This is why young people can't buy homes, can't save, and can't plan. The British dream, upward mobility through work, has truly collapsed. The middle class isn't shrinking, it's being erased. And of course, it's not all just about money. It's about quality of life. Public services are stretched to breaking point. The NHS is in permanent crisis, trains are unreliable and overpriced, roads are full of potholes, and schools are underfunded. People are paying more taxes than ever and yet receiving less in return. This is what third world decline looks like, a country where basic systems no longer work. And on top of all of that, you've got vast immigration. Again, this isn't about demonising people, it's about the system. Successive governments have used immigration as a quick fix for GDP growth. More workers, more consumers, more transactions. On paper, the economy grows. But in reality, wages are depressed, housing demand explodes, and services buckle under pressure. Immigration props up GDP, but at the cost of real quality of life for the people already here. While immigrants themselves are often trapped in low-paid, insecure work, it's not a solution, it's just another layer of strain. So here's the potentially uncomfortable truth. Britain is starting to look less like a developed nation and more like a state in decline. One where wealth flows up, wages stagnate, and the public is left fighting over scraps. Inflation eats your pay, productivity stalls, wages flatline, services collapse, and the only growth comes from importing more people into a system that already doesn't work. Which leaves one question. If the UK isn't working for its people anymore, is it still a first world country? Or are we watching the slow collapse into something else entirely?